Welcome back to Fast Freddy RC, and today we're going to do an unboxing video of the Wild One Blockhead Motors Edition. Now, I think what's really cool about this, from my perspective, is my first Tamiya vehicle was the Tamiya Blackfoot, which was '86. This came out a year earlier than that, and I remember it. I thought it was a pretty cool vehicle, and it was red and black, and red is my favorite color. But it didn't pop for me, and obviously I got the Blackfoot first. But when this edition came out, I just think the color scheme to this is fantastic. So this is done through June Wannabe, and I think their version of the Wild One is incredible. Now, there's a couple of things that's of interest with this model. One, depending on where you buy this model, it will either come with or without a speed controller. Now, on the Tamiya website, it shows that the vehicle needs an electronic speed controller. But I've noticed that some hobby stores are actually including an electronic speed controller with it. This one does not have it, but there are other ones from other stores that are they're including a Hobby Wing electronic speed controller, because obviously Tamiya has been having some issues just with their suppliers for their own brand of speed controllers. So the point is, it's a bit of a crapshoot. You may get one with one, you may get one without. And the crazy part is it's the same price. Because wherever you go, the car is pretty much the same price across the board, but some models are going to come with, some are going to come without. So if you're wanting one with an electronic speed controller, you might want to shop around a bit and just sort of take a look and see what's available. So that's one thing. Two, I remember as a kid that I really wasn't that interested in cutting up and painting the polycarbonate bodies. I mean, most of the hard body cars, like with the Blackfoot, it's already pre-painted, it's already cut out, for example. So back then, for me, this would have been a tough one, because it would mean you'd have to cut the whole body out. The beauty of this model is, well, it's here. It's pre-cut and pre-painted. And I believe so is the driver figure that's inside here. So I'm really curious to unbox this, but I think if you're looking for a kit where you don't have to paint the body, this could very well be a good choice for you. The other thing is, my understanding is that this is not a limited edition. They are going to keep this for as long as they can. In other words, if it's popular, they'll probably keep producing it. If it's not, well then, it'll probably get shelved and it won't be released again, or maybe many years down the line. I don't know. But I'm intending on building this one because I think really this car looks so sharp, and when I've seen a couple of videos of it running, it just looks amazing. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing. I've already taken off the plastic wrap just so that we can go right into unboxing it. So let's just take the box off the top. Oh man, this looks so cool. So here's the body. They've already stapled it there. Wow. I mean, look at that. That is completely cut and painted, so it's just ready to go. All you have to do is put the stickers on. I've actually never seen the polycarbonate bodies pre-painted before, so this is cool. I don't have to worry about that. And it does have the driver figure pre-painted, so that's cool also. So that's going to be so much fun to put together, I can tell. Here we have the lights for the front. There's 4 of them in there, so for the very front and the sort of in the middle by the driver. These are the metal plated wheels that they're talking about. The original Wild One was only in white, so I think this looks so sharp. That's awesome. Then this bag here, we have the transmission housing, which is also modeled in metal plated paint, I guess you could say. And then you've got, looks like the trailing arms for the rear for the rear suspension and the rear tires. Those ones look like they might be for the front. I can't quite tell, but obviously these pieces are the housings for the rear wheels, because you can tell your typical bearings are going to be going in there. So that's cool. Metal plated once again. Pretty much everything's been metal plated. I mean, this is your how the wheels attach on the rear for the rear tires. And then there's this box here. Actually not really sure what that is yet, so that'll be curious, or I'll be curious to see. This metal frame here, not really sure what that is either. There's quite a few pieces on this that I don't see, but that's cool. See the little, you can see the little oil, or it says oil right here. So that's some sort of oil filter, just for decoration purposes, but I think that's cool. And those might be your, part of the frame, or could be part of the shocks. Not really sure. We'll see. Then you've got your plastic housing for the aerial, and then you've got more wheels. I think these are your rear tire or rear wheels. So metal plated again, but they look super sharp. And then the bathtub frame. So all of your electronic components are going to be in here, battery, etc. So everything's going to be attached to that body. Very cool. Then you've got the tires. So it's the rib tires on the front, and then the block pattern tires for the rear. It's kind of interesting because it's block pattern. You can see, just open the one, you can see there that's block pattern, but there's also spikes in there as well. So that's very cool. Love the look of those tires. That looks so sharp. And I'm gonna paint the sides. I've got a special pen for that, so I can really make the, have the white lettering on the tires. I always think that looks so sharp when the car's in motion. It looks like it's going faster than it really is. So that's really cool. We looked at the body there. Let's take a look and see what else is under here. Oh yeah. So, extra stuff. We've got the roll cage. So that'll be the roll cage that'll attach to the top of the bathtub frame. And then here we have more metal parts. And actually, you see the driver, he's not fully painted. So I'm going to probably do a bit of work on that to actually paint him up a little bit better, make him look a little bit more realistic. And then you can see some more of the light housings as well. And then you can see the oil damper, the top pieces, they're on here. And then a couple other pieces I don't recognize. But either way, that's cool. So, but yeah, I'll definitely be painting the driver up a bit, make him look a little better. And then in here, this box is going to have all of our screws and everything else that is in here. All right, so what do we got? So there's parts bag B. Looks like it's got a lot of the gears for the back, and it looks like they're metal gears for the differential. So that's actually pretty cool. You can see there you got your rubber boots for your drive shafts. Very similar. They're the same drive boots actually that you see on the Frog and actually any of the ORV chassis will have these rubber boots. So that's interesting. And then you've got the damper units that are in there, your oil, the spring, the plastic bushings I can see that are there, which I'm going to go ahead and order some ball bearings for that. As I've said many a time, of any of the hop-ups that you want to do for your cars, I think that's the very first thing you should do. And I personally feel it's better to do it first so that the car is wearing in with the bearings as opposed to the plastic bushings. So that's that. Then you've got parts bag C, and it looks like there's a graphite piece there in this bag as well. I've not seen that before with any of the kits, so that's cool. And then more bearings. They look like the 1150s, which again, I'll be ordering some others, or order some bearings to replace that. You've got some pins in there, tie down strap, zip straps by the looks of it. Yeah, anyways, parts bag C. Then this one, you've got your servo savers. So that's for the servos. Then this one is parts bag A. And you can see this. I'm gonna guess that's the main drive shaft from front to back. Or, well, not the drive shaft, but it's got to be part of the frame that holds things together on the bathtub frame. That's kind of cool. It's totally metal. That is a heavy metal piece, so I'm curious to see how that fits. I see that they give you some other oil as well, so there must be different weights. So depending on what you want to do with this car, they give you different weights. Or one's a different one for the front and one's a different weight for the back. I don't know. We'll see as we start the build. And then you've got some other parts. You've got the springs in there. And then, of course, a lot more of the screws and whatnot are all in there as well. Here you have the bumper. Looks very similar to other bumpers I've seen. In fact, it looks very similar to the Grasshopper. Then we've got some other gears here. So these ones are plastic, so they're going to go in there into the transmission housing. So you've got the metal differential, but then you've got the plastic gears for the rest of it. This is the 540 motor that comes with the kit, which I think in time I'll probably replace it and put in a sport tuned or a torque tuned motor for that. Then we've got some other little bits here, which I'm actually not totally sure what those are at this point. And then we have these little bits here, which I really don't know what those are. So we won't get into that until the build, obviously. So that's cool. Instructions or safety stuff. Then you've got, this is the netting. So this is looks like the polycarbonate parts for the wing at the back where you're going to put on the number for it. And then you've got a lot of zip straps, and then you've got actual netting. And this is it's like a hard plastic, bendable hard plastic netting that you'll cut to the specifications to be able to fit around the windows on the roll bar. But that's very cool. Love that. That's awesome. And then, of course, we've got the instruction manual. They also give you this template, which is so you can cut the holes where you need to for the pieces that go for the numbers, but also for the mesh. So you've got to cut it out to that specification. So that's a template for you for that. And then, of course, you got all the stickers. Man, that looks sweet. I mean, like I said, my favorite color is red, but I think this model in blue and yellow is just gonna look so sharp. I mean, you already know it is. Even some of the videos I've seen with the new Blockhead motor version of the Wild One just looks so sharp. And of course, then you got your different numbers. So you can pick and choose what number you actually would like to put on the back. Or just stick to their 126 that it comes with the kit. And then, of course, their manual for building car. And I mean, I say this all the time, but their manuals are incredible. They're just so detailed, and you really can see what needs to be done. The parts very easily laid out. And I mean, there's your transmission. That's just so cool. It's so detailed in terms of how you can put this thing together. So that is the unboxing of the Blockhead Motors version of the Wild One. I will do a build video for this as well, which I'll take you through that process, and then of course we'll do a running video soon too. So please subscribe if you like this video. I've got a lot more on my channel now, and more is coming. So I look forward to seeing you in a future video.